match. You can hold your kids up to it if you guys want to join. You don't have to send them on their own.
It's too bad everybody's going to block it.
There will be a countdown. So we'll go on, you want to go on 5? All right.
Excuse me.
Sure, yep.
All right. So on 5, let's have a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enjoy.
Hey, Tom. Hey.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
We ready?
Yes, now there's another ribbon cutting of the Great Friendship Park Committee on June 30th, 2018. Ready?
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay!
Go team.
Nice job.
Nice job, guys.
Yeah, good. We gotta do like
We're
a
gonna do the high five in the middle. Ready,
high
one?
five. Bill, you gotta.
Ready, 1, 2. Field playground, and particularly the children that are here today. Welcome. This is for you. Thank you for coming out. We're going to keep this real brief because we know you didn't come to hear us. You came to play in the playground. I'm Chelmsford Town Manager Paul Cohen, and on behalf of the Chelmsford Board of Selectmen, Chairman Glenn Diggs is here with his granddaughter. Selectwoman Emily Ann Toole is here with her daughter. Selectwoman Pat Logis, and the volunteer committee, public works official, Director Gary Persichetti and his crew, and all who made this possible. We just offer a heartfelt thank you. This is a tremendous day. Many of you were here not too many weeks ago. We did the groundbreaking ceremony, but this is the day we've all been waiting for, to come in and utilize the new playground that really was made possible by the support of the town meeting, with the donation of community preservation monies, and by the many donors who are recognized with the bricks and other aspects of donating equipment to this playground today. So we welcome you all. So with that as a promise, I am going to keep my remarks limited to that, and I'm going to turn the microphone over to State Senator Michael Barrett, who wants to say a few words to you this morning. Senator Barrett?
Thank you. Well, isn't this amazing, the work that's been done? Isn't this terrific? You know, this is just the cutting edge of an increased awareness focused now on people with all kinds of challenges and disabilities. Chelmsford is really, with this park, on the cutting edge. But I can tell you that you're causing us to rethink all manner of things that have to do with the challenge. One thing I've learned personally as I've gotten older is that all of us are going to have disability challenges of one kind or another. It's only a matter of time. And that's something to keep in mind. The army of people who are going to be personally confronted with or have family members confronted with disabilities is almost limitless. It's just a matter of what and a matter of when. I noticed, I'm the Senate Chair of the Disability Caucus, and so we take a look at other forms of awareness that are taking root. Showcase Cinemas just announced last week that they're going to start to show kids' movies in a way that are palatable for young folks on the autism spectrum, right? That means the camera can't be absolutely dark. It means that the sounds coming from the show can't be too loud. It means that there has to be some tolerance and staff training so that young people can get up and walk around, maybe even make noises at different times during the showing. What you've pioneered here in terms of accessibility is an idea that's going to ripple out and affect everything we do. And that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. I want to close by paying special homage to members of the House delegation for Chelmsford because they've taken note of what you've done here and entered a $500,000 authorization for this park in the House version of an environmental bond bill that's just beginning to move through the legislature. It hasn't reached the Senate yet. I think prospects for the Senate also supporting funding for Chelmsford are very good, but in a bonding bill, that too is just an initial step. We've got to get the governor to actually release the money that we've authorized, and that's where bottlenecks can sometimes develop. So I encourage you to reach out to the governor, who cares a lot about the Merrimack Valley, who lives nearby on the North Shore, and encourage him to actually release any monies that are ultimately supported by the House and the Senate for this particular park. And with that, I just want to thank you for doing yeoman's work. This is the most spectacular playground for kids of all cuts and frames, all sizes and abilities and disabilities that I've ever seen. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Barrett. And now we're going to hear from the representative of this district, James Arciero.
Thank you. I'm going to be brief. I just want to say congratulations to each and every one of you. All of us had a part in this. Look to your left. Look to your right. Let's everybody give each other a high five, because this is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And this is a work in progress. We're going to continue to get the necessary funding that we need to fight for this. Senator Barrett talked about in the House, we have Representative Golden here. If we can give him a hand as well, his leadership. Along with the Chelmsford delegation, we were able to secure $500,000 in the environmental bond bill. There is still steps to take to make that a reality, but we're going to need all of your help and advocacy. But before I close, I just wanted to say a shout out to Bill Askenberg and the team that organized and got things together to make each and every one of the individuals that are here a reality today, to make this park beautiful for the future, for our children, and the future of Chelmsford. Congratulations.
Thank you, Representative. As Representative Arciero foreshadowed, we are a volunteer-based community, and based on that tradition and success that we have, there's a driver behind many of our projects, whether it's a dog park or certainly this playground. And clearly, the driving force behind this facility is our chair, Bill Askenberg, and we need to hear from Bill right now.
Who's excited about this? This has been a passion for many people. A lot of these folks are standing up here. A lot of these folks are here. We started this process back in 2015, and it started with you, with the community. And you guys told us what you wanted to have, and this is what we came up with. And we hope that you're as happy with it as we are. We feel like we put together something that we took your input and tried to honor it. We've also tried to honor all of the volunteers that came before us. The first playground that was put in here in 1973, we tried to honor that. We've honored the park group that put together the playground in 1995. So this park is going to be dedicated, playground will be dedicated to the spirit of friendship and the spirit of community. And we have a strong one here in Chelmsford. We're just really proud to be able to help. So thank you very much.
Hello, this is Tom Christiano for the Chelmsford News, and I'm at the Pita Restaurant at the Chelmsford Plaza in Chelmsford Center with one of the co-owners, Sophia. How are you, Sophia?
Good. Thanks, Tom, for having us here featured today.
Well, I've been planning this for a long time, right, Sophia?
Yeah.
And finally, we've been talking about it for a long time, and I think, when did you open it? About a year ago or something?
We did. We opened October 2016, so we're just about going to hit the 2-year mark this October.
Already? Wow, the
Already.
time flies.
Flew by. We can't believe it, but we've had such a great response to the Chelmsford community being here, as being, one of the few diverse restaurants up and coming. So it's been really nice. It's been a pleasure to be in this town.
Wonderful. And so this is called the Pita Restaurant, right? Pita?
Yes.
That stands for?
So pita, in Greek, pita is bread. It's pita bread. Some people also call spanakopita pita, but we are specifically referring to the pita bread. Yeah.
And it's what you might call a Greek fast food restaurant, right?
Yeah, so actually it's exactly that. We're a fast casual Greek restaurant, and for the people that have visited Greece or the people that would like to visit Greece, one of the main street foods in Greece is the gyro. And it's basically like a hand-on-the-go sandwich. It's a pita bread, which is the base, and typically whichever region you go to, it'll vary with what the sauce is on there, but it's traditionally tzatziki, which is a cucumber yogurt sauce. And then the meat goes on top of that, followed by traditionally tomatoes, onions, and some french fries.
Nice.
It's delicious.
It's delicious. I had it before. Very delicious. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's we wanted to bring a little bit of a taste of Greece to the Chelmsford area. There's lots of great restaurants around here, but being something a little bit more diverse than we've seen lately around here, it was nice to just be a part of that.
Oh, yes. And so how are you doing so far? Did you mention that?
Good. No, I haven't mentioned that just yet, but we're doing good. Yeah, it's great because actually we've gotten the word out a lot thanks to you too with the Chelmsford News Show. That's been great. Word of mouth has been a great big help, and then I think a lot of people that come in see that we provide fresh food. Our ingredients are fresh. Our recipes are traditional. So it's nice that we get the response that people actually do like our food here.
Yes. And this isn't your own restaurant, right, Sophia?
No, not. Our families have both been in the restaurant industry for years. My husband and I own another restaurant in Drayton, Brothers Bar and Grill, and also Brothers Pizza. And Dan and Alexa are partners and cousins. Have also been in the restaurant industry as well. So.
Wonderful. Well, and how do you like being co-owner of somebody else's brother's restaurant? How do you like it personally? Is it too much for you? Because you have two small children,
We do,
right?
yes, we do. We are, yes, we're growing families. My cousin Alexa and I actually were both pregnant when we opened the restaurant in October. You guys remember two pregnant ladies?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Alexa ended up having my godson in October, and my son was born my second son was born in February. So it's nice. It's being able to balance family and owning a restaurant. A restaurant obviously is a lot of work, but luckily working with family, you're able to do some of these things. So our husbands are great. Dan is awesome. He's here all the time.
And your husband is Peter, right?
Peter, my husband.
Friend of mine on Facebook.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, so you all share, well, plus you have a point for other workers as well, right?
We do, and our employees turn into family members, and it feels like a great relationship when you're coming into work and you're able to be spending time with people all day. So you naturally are able to have a stronger bond. It should be that way, at least at any workplace, I feel.
And in the past, did we get more Chelmsford News, like if you were looking for help, did I help Artisans with
You did, you sure did. Yeah, actually that really helped us a lot. We were able to find employees through that, and just even the word of mouth, even though you're hiring some people, probably wondering what is this restaurant that's hiring, and they came in and just checked it out anyway. So it was nice. It was great word of mouth, and we appreciate that.
Well, that's one thing we do on Chelmsford News because I feel it helps our members. If they're looking for a job, well, helping them get in contact with companies that are looking to hire.
Yeah.
So that I encourage on my page. I'll post it for the business. But we don't allow ads on the Chelmsford News Group,
Yeah.
because otherwise, with 13,700 members, all we would have would be ads. Who wouldn't want free ads to 13,000 people?
Right,
For
right.
nothing. It would be all ads and nobody would go to it anymore. It would be worthless.
Yeah.
And so, right from the beginning, that was part of our policy. We're about 3 years old now, the Chelmsford News Show.
Yeah.
And we also have the Chelmsford News TV show as well, which you'll be on.
Excellent.
And you have the perfect face for being on TV or movies.
Thanks. Aw.
Well, you have a beautiful smile and everything. So, and you're a wonderful person. I guess I've known you since you've opened.
You haven't. That's almost 2 years now, right?
Yes, and I do cook at home a lot, so that's why I don't eat out all that much. So, like today, I just made pasta with meatballs, homemade meatballs. And so, and I have lunch at home. That's why I'm not here all the time, is
I
what
know,
I'm
I
saying.
know.
You know?
It's alright, yeah. Well, if you ever need a cooking lesson, you can come on in.
Thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of that, what did you said you learned from your grandmother?
Yeah, so growing up, and I know I can vouch for Alexa as well, grew up watching my mother cook. Our families were the type of families that couldn't really afford to go out to eat all the time, so our mothers were always cooking. I'm one of 4 siblings, Alexa's one of 2, so our mothers were full on involved with cooking, I'm sure like many other people are in, around these areas. And it was super important for us to have that good meal, but also the family time that was important. And I think that those values that we learned growing up just made the food experience so much more wonderful. So when I think of food and when I think of, preparing food for others, I think of it as being a wonderful experience for people. People are coming here spending their hard-earned money to enjoy a meal. And, if they have that ability to spend money to enjoy a meal, it should be delicious. And it should remind them of maybe something comforting, but also fresh. So,
And your restaurant reminds them of both of those things, comforting and fresh. Your food is always very fresh, right? And just a few minutes ago, you told me they were restocking with the fresh food and the vegetables, basically. And then you have a stick over there with 4 cuts of meat on it.
we do. So the vegetables and everything's cut fresh daily. Our spits, which you guys will be able to see, we have 4 going, and typically our chicken is the most popular. So we usually have 2 chickens going. The pork is the traditional. So if you go to Greece, you're going to get if you ask for a traditional gyro, they're going to give you pork. But you probably have other options as well. And then the other option we got actually was because of customer feedback that they wanted to see lamb. So we said, people actually put lamb in hand with Greek restaurants, which is true. It's a delicious dish. But we did bring it in to what the customers want. So we want to be able to cater to that as well. It's a lamb and beef combo. So you get a bit of lamb, but you also get a bit of beef, which is half and half.
And how was it selling? The
It's
lamb
very
and beef?
wonderful. Yeah, it's delicious. It's very good.
Yeah. Imagine they all, well, later on, I'm going to go do a little video walkthrough, maybe with another co-owner, Dan, your cousin who's not through marriage, and so we'll show the spits and everything later. It's called a spit, right?
Exactly.
I don't like the name, but.
Yeah. It's a spit, yeah. So yeah, that and
Thank you. I think, so if anybody's looking for a great sandwich, or I call it a gyro, but it's the pronunciation.
it's a gyro.
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 Yeah, gyro, because it's G-Y-R-O spelled, something like that. So if you want some nice Greek fast food, come over here to Pita Restaurant at the Center Plaza, which is next to an exercise place and next to a Dunkin' Donuts, next to Andiamo's restaurant. So that's the plaza it's in. Stop by. What are your hours?
So yeah, we're 11 to 9, and actually before I stop you, I'm gonna. Gyro is our main thing here, but we also do serve wrap bread salads, rice bowls, and we have some other great specialty items too. Of course, like the classics like French fries and things like that. So.
By the way, can people find you online? The Pita
Absolutely,
Restaurant?
yeah.
Where,
So
do you have a website
we
called
do.
Pita?
It's actually go to pita.com, GOTO.com, and you can find our menu on there, some great photos. My cousin Alexa also is amazing on Instagram. If you are on Instagram, check out Pita Greek, and you'll be able to check out our posts, daily posts, at least a couple of them daily, and she'll post maybe like a food shot, maybe some catering orders. Catering is a great option for businesses as well that might be looking to supply
So you do
lunch.
catering here as well?
Sure do.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And you also have a Facebook group, don't you, the Pita Restaurant?
We do. We have a
And a
Facebook,
Facebook
as well.
page.
You can find us on Facebook as well. So
Wonderful.
there's
Yeah,
a
so
lot of different
to
options.
find the hours and the menu and all that, is what I'm saying, to make it easy for people
Oh, yeah.
to know where to find it. These days, isn't it great that people could find menus for hours for just about any restaurant in town? It's fantastic. Well, it's always wonderful talking to you, Sophia.
Oh, you too.
You're a great person, very friendly. I love talking to you since I met you when you opened this place. And hopefully we'll be getting, maybe we'll do a follow-up like once a year or something.
You should,
So
yeah,
let's
absolutely
see.
come by, and if anybody wants to come by and see us, we're here 11 to 9 every day, and
Every day, 7 days a week.
7 days a week, 11 to 9 o'clock. Yep.
And you're not looking for employees at the moment, right?
Currently, I think we got our staff for the summer at least. Things change, you know, when we do hire students as well, so we have some students here. When school starts, things change, so maybe once summer's over, we'll probably revisit and see where we are with that.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Sophia, for talking with us today. And thank you all for watching at home. I'm Tom Christiano. Ciao. Hello, I'm Tom Christiano. I'm here for the Chelmsford News at the Artisans Exchange at the old mill house in Chelmsford Center. That's what it's called, right? The old mill. It used to be.
Yes, it was the old mill house. Yep.
And it used to be a bakery many years ago. I'm here with two of the co-owners, Carissa and Eileen, right? Eileen?
Yes.
And do you want to say your last names? You don't have to, but.
My name is Eileen Deshabs. Carissa Campbell.
First came, and Eileen actually you were a townie, right,
I
Eileen?
am a townie, yes.
Grew up, went to Chelmsford High School here?
Chelmsford
and-
High School, I went to South Rose School where my kids go, and
Oh, nice.
McCarthy Middle School where two of my kids are at now. So.
And McCarthy Middle School, so you know
Yes.
this town like the back of your hand, right? You grew up
I do.
here?
Yes, but
and
I'm
you
not
still
going to tell
live-
you how, yes, not telling you how old I am.
No. And,
Yes.
and you're still living here in Chelmsford?
I am, and my folks are still here too.
Wonderful, oh,
Yes.
nice. And you live in Chelmsford as well, Carissa, right?
I do. I live in Chelmsford. I've been here for about 12 years. We
Nice.
moved here right before our kids were born. So I am not a townie, but my children will be.
Yes, yeah. So you've been here 12 years, and how do you like it so far?
Love it. I think it's fantastic. We moved up from the city, and Chelmsford's sort of the perfect mix where you're close enough to everything, but you know, you can't like open your window and shake hands with your neighbors.
Yes, yeah. I love it too. I've been here just about 41 years now in the same house here in Chelmsford. And I love it, and I'm so glad I bought a house back then because they sure have appreciated it in 40 years, if you
That's
can
for sure,
imagine.
yes, yes.
Oh my God. But so you've opened this Artisans Exchange how long ago?
April, mid-April.
April of 2018. We're
Yes.
taking this in June of 2018.
Yes.
So therefore you've been open about 3 months or something like that? May, June? Two or 3 months?
About 2 months, yeah.
2 months, wow. So how's it going so far?
So far, so good. Yeah, we've had a steady stream. We've every day's an adventure.
Nice. It's
Getting to learn what's new, what's hot, what's not, and yeah, it's been really fun though.
Right. And there's 3 co-owners,
There's
right? Did
3
we
of us,
mention
yes.
Sarah?
No,
Is it-
Sarah Heselton is our other co-owner.
Oh, there are 3 co-owners. Sarah
Yes.
is the other one.
Yes, she also lives in Chelmsford.
What? Wow, so it's all 3 Chelmsford ladies?
Yes.
So what made you decide to open this it's kind of a craft business, right? Or art shop, you might say, artist
Yes.
shop. What made you decide to do that? Was this a long-term process? Or is it?
It's something that I sort of have thought about for a long time, and Sarah had thought about for a long time, independently, and we discovered that about each other. And then we really thought this would be the perfect place to do it. We needed another partner. And Eileen also really wanted to run a little shop. That was one of her dreams as well. So somehow that just, we all came together and we had a shared dream, and we're making it a reality.
I'll say, because this is a beautiful place. If you haven't been
Yes.
here yet, please stop by. It's at the old mill house in Chelmsford Center. It's next to, down from the Chelmsford gift shop. It used to be a bakery many years ago, a kind of
Yes.
famous bakery like in the 1950s and 40s. And this house has been hundreds of years old, I
Oh,
believe,
yes.
this building.
This room is 1650s.
1650s,
Yes,
wow, it's
yes.
amazing. And in back, and we'll show later, I'll do a video of the whole place later, but you can see there's paintings in back of me that Janet Lambert Moore did. She's an artist who lives in Lowell, who's a friend of mine, and she painted all these by hand of Chelmsford buildings. It is amazing. You should stop in and just to look at these paintings for one thing.
Yeah, they're
Yes,
beautiful.
all historical landmarks in Chelmsford. So, and our
That's right.
building is on here too, so we'll be sure to point that out. But-
Yes, we'll point that out later, the old mill building and the District number 2 schoolhouse
Yeah.
here, and all kinds of, there's a Chelmsford Center for the Arts now.
Yeah.
It used to be our town hall. This is the Wilson block right up the street
Yes.
here. It's, used to be a hotel. Oh, this is used to be called the Rhino, Traveling Rhino,
Rhino.
but they
Yeah.
just closed down. But that's an old building as well. Oh, and then the First Parish Church, which I love, in
Yes.
Chelmsford Center. So you got to come and at least see these paintings, but see how these wonderful co-owners of this wonderful business, which is basically they have a number of artists, which we'll talk about, and then they sell their crafts. And so could you tell us about what you have here, and like you have how many artists and what they do? And
Yes, right now we have 56 different artists.
56?
56,
Oh my
believe it or
God.
not. We have 56 local artists, and I really want to stress the point that they're local. We have a number of Chelmsford residents, Chelmsford, Lowell, Billerica, Westford. I think we have a Nashua artist, but most local and
Merrimack Valley.
area. So we're really trying to support local art. Everything is handmade. So yes, 56 different artists. We have everything from artisan foods. We have the local syrup maker, cooking buckets
Yes.
syrup from town, right from Chelmsford. You can't get much more local syrup than that.
Yes.
We have handmade wood turned products. We have oil paintings. We have
Glassworks, the
glassworks.
woman.
Yes.
Lots of
So, in
beautiful
fact, that's sold at your grand opening, a big
Oh,
glass
yeah.
piece. She works in the town offices.
Yes,
Do you
our
remember
very
her
own
name?
Vera Clausen
Yep.
is works in town offices,
Yeah,
and
she
her
did a
pieces
big-
are flying. She's
Yeah, she
very
does really
popular.
well.
We love her.
All of
Yes,
our
yeah.
glass is popular, because we also
Yes.
have traditional stained glass by Susanna
Oh,
Delgado,
yes.
who is also a Chelmsford resident.
Yes.
And we have fused glass pieces by Barbara's Baubles, and all the glass does really well.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And you have the
Popular.
paintings as well. It looks like you have jam over there.
We do, it's
Some-
spicy pepper jam.
Oh, nice. And so what happens is, I guess the artists make things and then they put it here, and then once it's sold, they get a portion of the sale, right?
Yes, exactly.
Nice. That's wonderful. So, and how are things going so far? Did you say it's going pretty well?
Yeah, I
And
think it's going great.
wonderful. And you're open, what are your hours here?
We are 10 to 7 Tuesday through Saturday, and 11 to 4 on Sunday.
10 to 7, Tuesday through Saturday, and 11 to 4 on Sunday.
Closed on Monday.
Closed on Monday.
And close on Monday. Give everybody a break, right?
Yes.
Wonderful.
It's a day out.
Well, what we're going to do next is we're going to go around and look at the products. That's probably the
Sure.
best thing, rather than to talk too much about them. But again, hopefully you could come to the Artisans Exchange sometime in Chelmsford Center, and hopefully come here many times. It's a
Yes.
beautiful place, especially if you like art.
And to learn something new, we should have mentioned we also do classes. So
Yes.
check our website for a schedule of our classes. We're always wanting to teach people how to do new things.
Wonderful. And the name of your website?
It is artisans-exchange.com.
Artisans-exchange.com.
Yes.
Great. Well, thank you very much. We'll end this video for now, but thank you for having this idea, because as a local artist, I love the idea myself. I love to see more art in town, and we can't have too much art, that's
No.
for sure. Especially original local art
That's right.
and like
That's right.
local artists. Well, thank you very much, Eileen and Carissa, for being here with us. And we'll have another separate tape. Hopefully you'll check that out as well. Ciao.